Deep in the wet, muddy places of Louisiana, there are old buildings. They are even older than the big pyramids. There's also a ghost town that disappeared because of a magic curse, and a group of people who just vanished from history. These are not just make-believe stories. These places are real, and even smart scientists today can't figure out their secrets. Louisiana is pretty and a bit spooky, but there's a secret story hiding there. We're going to look at 6 big mysteries in Louisiana that no one can solve. These are old things, like big dirt shapes no one understands, and special old treasures that started a big fight. These are not just old stories. They are like puzzles that make us think differently about old times in America. So, if you love a good mystery, hit that like button and stick around, because what you're about to hear might change everything you thought you knew. Poverty Point, the impossible city. Imagine a big city, bigger than the biggest pyramid you know. People built this city over 3,500 years ago. But guess what? These people didn't even grow food. This place is called Poverty Point in Louisiana. It has huge dirt hills and shapes like big C letters. It's like it shouldn't be there. The people who built it were hunters and gatherers. They moved around a lot and lived in small groups. But they did something super hard, even for us today. They moved millions of big baskets of dirt with their hands. No wheels, no metal tools, no animals to help. The biggest dirt hill looks like a giant bird, and they built it super fast in just a few months. How? Nobody knows. It gets even stranger. They found special things here, like shiny copper, rocks and shells. These things came from very far away, from places hundreds of miles off. This means they traded with many people, even without paper agreements or big boats. But the biggest mystery? They didn't leave any messages. No pictures carved in rocks, no statues of kings, no writing. It's like a whole group of people lived here, changed the land, and then just disappeared. What do you think they were building? Tell me in the comments. The cursed mounds of Marksville. Not all hills made by people were for living. In a quiet town called Marksville, there are some low, round hills. People say strange things about them. These hills were built 2,000 years ago by the Marksville people. They were special places to bury people who had died. But after a long time, some people stopped respecting these places. In the 1900s, people came looking for old things to take from the graves. After that, bad things started to happen. People who took things had accidents, lost their money, got sick for no reason, and their houses burned down. Even grown-up scientists who worked there said their tools broke and they had bad dreams. The people who lived there started to warn everyone. These hills have a curse. For the people whose families lived here long ago, it's not about ghosts. It's about things not being in balance in a spiritual way. If you bother the dead, bad things happen. Today, this place is a park, and people protect it, but visitors still say they feel a heavy, strange feeling in the air. So if you ever go there, remember what the local people say. Don't take anything, not even a small stone, just in case. The ghost city of Frenia. Have you ever gone to a place that just felt strange? West of a big city called New Orleans, in a wet, muddy forest, there's a lost town named Frenia. 100 years ago, it was a small town with a train track. It had a place for mail, houses, and a lady named Julia Brown who helped people when they were sick. People said she used magic. She helped the town, but she felt like they didn't thank her enough. People say she got angry and said something scary. "When I die, I will take the whole town with me." On September 29th, 1915, the same day she was buried, a giant storm came. No one expected it. The town of Frenia was completely gone, like it was wiped off the map. Many people died. Some people who lived said they saw Julia's box floating in the water. It was like her angry words came true. The town was never built again. Today, the trees and plants have grown over it, but people who fish and guide tours in the swamp say that before a storm, you can still hear a strange sound in the trees. It's the same song, again and again. "When I die, I will take the whole town with me." buried secrets and lost tribes. Deep in the mountains of Louisiana, there are old stories about a forgotten group of people. These stories say they had light skin, red hair, and lived in caves. They also built things with stones. Who were they? Some people think they might have been explorers from a faraway land called Wales, but there's no real proof. It's more likely they were a group of Native Americans who lived alone and then disappeared before anyone could write down their history. But even today, people hiking in these mountains still find strange stone walls and carvings. This makes the mystery even bigger. Now let's go to Avery Island, where they make the famous Tabasco sauce. Right under the factory, there's another hidden story. A long time ago, before the spicy peppers, a Native American village was here for thousands of years. They dug for salt, traded it with people far away, and left behind big piles of shells. These shell piles show that they lived here, but we don't know their name, or what they called this place, or their stories. Their whole history was covered up by new buildings and factories. It's like a quiet village waiting under the ground, hidden by the pepper fields. The Tunica treasure, a stolen legacy. Sometimes old secrets don't stay secret. Back in the 1960s, a man was digging on an old farm. He found old graves. Inside were special things from a group of people called the Tunica. There were copper pots, tools made of iron, and beads made from shells. These were buried with their family long ago. But the man didn't tell anyone. He sold these special things. Little by little, the history of these people became just stuff for other people to buy. When the Tunica Biloxi tribe found out, they were very sad and angry. They decided to fight for what was theirs. At that time, there was no law to help them get their old things back. But they fought for almost 20 years in court. And guess what? They won. They got everything back. Every little bead, every pot, and even the bones of their family. This big win helped make a new law. It's called the Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act. This law now helps other tribes get their stolen history back from museums all over the country. The Tunica treasure is not just old things, it's a sign that it's good to be fair. It reminds us that the real treasure isn't what we dig up, but what we choose to respect. Louisiana has many old strange secrets. It's like big puzzles we haven't solved yet. These stories show us that history is not all written down. There are many hidden parts we are just starting to find. The important thing is that some of America's oldest people left messages in the ground, not in big rocks. We are still learning what their messages mean. Remember those dirt hills that are older than the big pyramids? That's just the start. If you like these old mysteries like I do, please click the subscribe button. History never truly stays hidden. Our next story might change everything we think we know about people long ago. Thanks for watching.